Hey Jack, how's it going? Alright, let me try to remember where we were. Curse of Darkness. Go to the location that silence indicated. Oh yeah, that's right. So we just finished up here, the Grave Horde. Found out a lot of information regarding what exactly the plan was for our folks in the past, right? And then I came over here, I saved. This is all like the Frozen Wild stuff. We'll get to that at some point. I just wanted to grab a quick save, I think, on the way out last time. So, anyway, yeah, so let's see. Our quests are to Curse of Darkness. Aloy undertakes a dangerous mission to infiltrate a secret Eclipse base and crash the cult's focus network. Right, so Silence had told her that they communicated through a network. In order to do what they needed to do next, they're going to have to take the network down so that the cultists can't communicate using their focus. So, yeah. Got about 10 minutes left on break. Thought you'd hang out for a bit. Appreciate that, man. Hope you're enjoying your break. Hope you're having a good day at work. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead. I think at this point, I'm going to start spamming the story. Finish that out. Then start doing Into the Frozen Wilds if we have time before Forbidden West comes out in February. We'll circle back around to some of these side stories and stuff like that. But I wanna at least finish story mode, playthrough, replay before the new one comes out. I'm pretty sure we can get there, no problem. There's probably not too many hours left. I say not too many. There's probably about 10 hours left of gameplay here. In the original story, I think there's like 10 or 20 in Frozen Wilds, so it's kind of fitting we'll be getting into some of that stuff in January when it's actually getting cold here in my neck of the woods. But yeah, I wanted to jump in and do some Horizon Zero Dawn today, so here we are. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map. We have to go past all of this stuff, all the way to here. So that's the location Silence mentioned. I feel like I want to stop in at Meridian, which is close by, and just make sure I've got, like, you know, trade with merchants, make sure we're ready to go, because this area can get a little hairy down here. The whole area, really. So let me go ahead and do that. We'll fast travel. Confirm. Hey Bob, how's it going? So we'll do some story stuff with this today. Skip over the side missions for now, go back and do them. Which I think that might have been my actual plan originally anyway. Prior to me taking a break from this game for a little while. It's a pretty cool view. Quick save since we're here. And then, yeah, I definitely want to talk to some merchants. Man, I forgot how smooth these controls are. After playing Red Dead for a while. Let's see, there's a treasure box over here. Got some free stuff. Yeah, I just want to make sure for this next mission I am ready to take on whatever comes at me. Shockwire. We're good on fire arrows. Good enough on hunter arrows. Some sticky bombs. Alright, I'm cool with that. Get them on the map again real quick. Alright, so yeah, so we gotta go down. I showed you guys the elevators, that's pretty cool. I haven't showed that yet. We've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't actually used them. It's like a counterweight system. I think it's pretty cool that people from this time were able to figure this out. It's almost like they found a way to rebuild, you know? I think the elevator's on its way up. It's hard to know without the little yellow lights. Like the elevators we have today. I hear it. Let's go. down to the valley floor. Like how our hair goes up. Blowing in the wind. What is the recommended level is for this? 20. Okay, cool. So we're still pretty close. A little over leveled, but close enough. It's not going to be too easy.
It's always the ones who least expect it. Won't cost you a shard just to look.
There was another fireplace.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond.
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I
Hey
can
Randy,
help.
how's it going?
You're that Nora who saved the Sun King. You'd help my family? Oh, but it may be too late. By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
You will? Oh, thank you. Oh, please, be careful. Those machines are deadly.
Alright, so, yeah, we activated that. Not gonna go do it. Maybe later. Maybe, a couple weeks from now, I don't know. This is all this takes. Again, the plan is spam storyline at this point. At least finish it out. Do some of the Frozen Wild stuff, if not all the Frozen Wild stuff, prior to the new one coming out. So if I have extra time before the new one comes out, I may go back and do some of these side missions, but I gotta show my campfire. Alright, that's what I want to do. I want to find the closest campfire. Okay, it's right there. Yeah, there's our close river. So yeah, I want to try and get as much of this game replayed, side missions, DLC, all that stuff, before the new one comes out in February, but priority being finish story mode. Get through at least the campaign here. Alright, now I want to find the next. Okay, no more campfires just yet. It's been so long since I played this game that I kind of forget a lot of like the controls and stuff. So we'll see once we get in the thick of battle how well I do, or how poorly I do, I guess. But yeah, we've got to go into like a main cultist area, and before we do that, we don't want them being able to use their focuses. So we got to take down the focus network. So that's what we're doing now. That's what this mission is about. I think there'll be some recap prior to me actually starting the mission when we get there, but we'll see. Just in case. And for those of you who haven't watched yet, that's where we're at. Trying to figure out who this girl's mother is, or who she thinks is their mother, and what happened to her and her project that she was working on to try and save humanity during our time. And when I say our time, I mean like probably like 50 years in the future, maybe 30 years in the future at this point. So there's really two timelines of this game. One is, let me see, there we go, that's how I duck, and that's how I scan. Okay, L3 doesn't actually do anything other than let you sprint when you're running. So there's two timelines in this game. One is 2050 something, I want to say it's like 54. These machines have taken over. They've started the process of destroying the Earth, ridding humans from the Earth. And the humans who are left are trying to work on a project to stop it, while also fighting back against them to slow them down. We don't know too much about the project right now, other than something must have worked, because human life has carried on in the form of these tribal people. So that's the second timeline. These tribal people who are more like hunter-gatherer types, trying to also fight back against the machines. And within recent times of that timeline, like within the last 10 years or so, machines have gotten worse, more dangerous, bigger, badder, better. So you can hear, maybe, if I stop talking long enough, there's like a humming noise. That is a stalker. I don't know where it is. You can't see it. There it is, right there. Now, there's several really dangerous machines in this game. That, to me, is like my nemesis, right? So if the hatchet throwers during the CTAs are my nemesis for Red Dead, this guy walking around right here, Stalker, it's like a panther, basically. It's a panther machine. Is my nemesis in this game. Maybe not the most difficult enemy for everybody, but for me, yeah. Not so good. He's got some kind of track. I can't see it though. And he's also camouflaged. So we're gonna just try to be as overshot it. It's not a machine I particularly like to fight. There's certain machines I do like to fight. Even some of the tougher machines, I'll fight them. But this guy, he can go away. There it is. Oh, I can see his track. He knows I'm here too, which is kind of creepy. It's like being stalked by a big cat in real life, you know. By the time you see him, it's too late. This is also like right on the edge of a corrupted zone I'm trying to avoid. That's where we need to get to. And I want to try to remember the path, so bear with me just a minute. Okay, yeah, so I've got to go, I want to go here. See, I wish I had gone here instead, but that's where that stalker is. Hey Salty, how's it going? Your son played this game and really enjoyed it. He mentioned another one coming out. Yep, there's one coming in February. That's why I'm replaying this one. I'm trying to remind myself of the controls and everything. It's a really great game. I think for me, in the last 5-10 years, Red Dead 2 is probably the best, right? So I don't think I would debate that with myself at all. Then there's like 3 games that are like just a notch below. Ghost of Tsushima being 1, God of War being 2, and this being 3. So I would put it right up there. It's definitely my top 5 of recent games. There's a lot of different elements to it that I think are amazing. We gotta go up. I just think, you know, for anyone who likes fluid gameplay, this is the game for you. I mean, it's super, super fluid. I don't remember all this. I feel like, is there an easier way to get up here? No. But yeah, so the premise is machines taking over, trying to figure out how the people in the past, which again is our future, right? It's like 2054. Trying to figure out how the people in the past managed to beat the machines, because that knowledge will help our crew here, Aloy, and Silence, and some other people, defeat the machines of today. So. But yeah, graphics, visual, amazing, gameplay is amazing. It's got a great character, great storyline. When you first start playing this, you're like, you don't really know what to expect. It's like, it's just a little girl, little 6-year-old girl, who's like an orphan, I guess, for lack of a better term. Where am I supposed to go here? Like the other way? Oh, yeah. And it's like weird, it's not weird, it's like a hunter-gatherer type, tribal type game. And it morphs into what I think is one of the better science fiction stories I've ever read or heard or experienced. Alright, so we made it to our campfire. We'll go ahead and save our game again. You said he wants to pre-order it? Yeah, see, and I would. I always have bad luck when I pre-order stuff. Either I don't get what I was supposed to get, package is not full, or I end up being disappointed in the games. So I'll download it the first day, I'll buy it the first day and download it, but I stopped doing pre-orders quite a while back. Why does it say I'm getting further away from this thing when I'm actually running towards it? Let me take a look at the map real quick. Okay, oh, that's why. So why did I follow this way? When I could have gone this way. That's kind of annoying. That's like some Red Dead GPS right there. This game doesn't usually do that. Yeah, it's great. I think the second one's going to be great too. I think we're finally, McDizzle said it during Cap Stream earlier, and I 100% agree. I think we're finally going to start to get some games to show us PS5's true potential. And I feel like that'll be the first game that does it. So yeah, February 18th. Won't be long now. It's supposed to actually be out already. It's supposed to come out. The original release date they announced was November, but you know how that thing works. Alright, some machines. There we go. Looks like maybe just some Striders. Or Chargers. Yeah, some Chargers. That's funny, that's a new machine. That's not a new machine. No way. Because I haven't actually studied them before. Oh yeah, look at this bottleneck right here, right? It's gonna freaking bottleneck right into some Chargers. I can't override them, so we have that option. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what we just sneak by. Get their backs to him. I'm just gonna override this though. Oh, of course, that will turn around. Maybe. Let's try this. Try and override it. I probably would have pre-ordered it if I didn't have such bad luck with pre-orders. Alright, now, gotta watch out because if they start fighting each other, we'll screw that. I have to get my guy and this other guy to see each other, so we're gonna do this. Alright, I'm about to just go. Dude, go fight that guy. Here we go. Go on, get it. Go fight him. Okay, well that was a waste. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if I can get it good. I don't want to waste any ammo on this guy. That's kind of silly. There we go. Dude. come over here and fight this other charger. Are they really not gonna fight? Well, if they're not gonna fight, then... Sweet. There we go. So a lot of this game is deciding whether you want to stay stealthy and fight from the cover or go head on. Some of these machines I don't recommend going head on against, but never pre-ordered a game before. And so for me, it started with, it was a baseball game, MLB The Show, and I'll never shop at Best Buy ever again because I didn't pick up the pre-order the very first hour it was out. In fact, I might have even been able to get it the first day. And when I went up there, they were like, "Oh, we're sold out." I'm like, "What do you mean you're sold out? It was a pre-order." So like, they didn't hold the pre-order for me. I'm like, so that it started there, and then there's been other things too. Like a lot of times with music, I end up not liking the songs. Now I know the band is good; it's a band I enjoy, but then they put out another CD, and or whatever iTunes release, I guess, or whatever the product may be, Spotify, you name it. I end up not enjoying it as much. So.
You're very close now.
I was wondering when you'd speak up.
There's a sheer rock wall just ahead. Look close, and you'll find handholds leading up.
Oh, really? And who put those there,
Alright, so Silence checks back in for a second.
Why would I expect an answer? It's so much more exciting to keep it all a mystery. Crash the Eclipse Focus Network, he said. So how are we gonna do that?
Alright.
Oh, wait. I forgot. We won't. I do all the dangerous stuff. You just listen in.
So it got like really dark in game just now. I'm sure you saw that. Handholds, he said. Where are they? This way. It's actually one of my favorite missions in the game. So yeah, so she's been kind of fighting this group called the Eclipse. Basically, they are humans like her who have found a way to control the machines.
There are the handholds. What you said they'd be.
She's getting some help from this guy
Did you
who
get that,
hasn't
Silence?
really showed his face yet.
No? Fitting
He
name
showed
you
up
got there.
one time in the form of a hologram. Here we go.
All right. Take a seat at the campfire, and we'll have a little chat.
Rest at the campfire. So this will catch up a little bit on some of the background. If you haven't watched me play this yet, here we go.
How nice of you to finally drop by.
Our purpose this night is to crash the Focus Network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disk, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the Focus Network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse.
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
Alright, here we go. So, Not a ton of information, but a little more, right?
Let's see what's through here. Connected machines. Controlled by guards.
More like soldiers. Held in reserve for a war yet to come. You'll have to get past them.
The easy way in?
The back way in. I didn't say it'd be easy.
Alright, so yeah, corrupted machines. Regarding this way. Just take them out one at a time. Hide and cover when we need to. So the trick with the corrupted machines is you can't override them. I gotta try to remember how to play this freaking game, man. There we go. Why am I back and forth? Guys, wait for those two. Alright, should be hitting everybody else now.
Keep quiet now.
Little long leg over there. It's not really how I prefer to do things like that, but got a little carried away. Thought I would do more damage on that long leg. Hey BK, how's it going? Also, Randy, take care. Alright, I gotta do more research on these guys. I'm trying to remember. Alright, so yeah, so fire. Make sure I shot on that though too. I feel like I didn't even get it. Actually, I almost want to set traps in here. I forgot. This is a little more of a trap type playground. Yeah, hold on. Check our handy dandy notebook. Long leg. Weakness is shock. Okay, so some shock traps might work. Would you look at that? Then I just gotta get his attention again.
This is where it ends.
Blow some pieces off of it, makes that a little easier.
Go
attacking. Oh, he's hurt now. Is it the only one left over here? Alright, I don't waste too many arrows, so we're gonna do something else. Alright. These two. Machines. Scrappers. One of them zombie. Oh no, that's that guy who's still looking around. Alright, so let's tag these. So I don't remember how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3. Looks like 6 of them? All scrappers? Nothing else back here. The long leg is still over there, but I don't think it can come into this area. Machine here, let's hit Deathbringer. All run down. Check that out. So imagine fighting that, right? Even in our modern time, imagine trying to fight that thing. Thing's a killer. And now they're resurfacing with hunter-gatherer tools, bow and arrow. These little scrappers are nothing, but those Deathbringers, man, crazy. There's one I missed tagging. So there's section 3 still left. Just gonna wait them out. Unless it's wasting my arrows or any more health. Speaking of which, there's some right there I can grab to replenish. It got his attention.
No room.
Alright, there's more copper.
Getting close now. Head for that bridge.
Not before I take these guys out. You hear a lot of explosions.
Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm.
So the tall neck, for those of you who weren't with me or don't remember, is the same thing as these little areas here. Where is it? Why can't I find it on the map now? This thing. I haven't actually uncovered that one. But so yeah, it's the same type of machine. It's got a satellite array on the top of its head. The Eclipse has taken one and turned it into like a satellite tower. Alright, how do I... There we go. Okay. Let's talk about how smooth the controls are.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be.
So much for your insider knowledge. Toward the explosions. Great.
You got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine?
Yep.
Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out.
And these Eclipse troopers?
Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I saw a Strider transform from a gentle machine into a monster. That is the power of the Shadow.
So a lot of guys here. Let's go ahead and tag them out. Two, three, four. This guy is back to me. Convenient. Alright, so it says there's 6. The other thing is 2. Do you see that? Look at it.
It's good enough for him.
See the 6 next to his name? That means that he's only a rank, like, level 6. So, being a rank 23 or whatever I am, this should be easy. But I know that's, like, mislabeled from having done this in the past, so... I mean, this should be easy enough to just go right after him, but it's not. So, we'll just take our time. See if we can get his attention.
We might have trouble.
Check on your friend.
Wait, what was that?
Unreal. Should I get this guy's attention? No, he stops there. Alright, so we still got 1, 2 over there. Haven't tied this guy yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy was back to me. Let go. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Some health right here. Very nice. Alright, so we got 2 guys walking around here. One's there. I think the other guy in the bridge is going to spot me if I try to go for this guy. Oh, nice. Got attention. Perfect.
I'm going in. Dead, but not long. Watch out.
Keep coming. Huh? Why? That's like, on the bounty mission.
Don't mind me.
Square goes away. When you're kicking the guy. It was there. It said R1 to silent strike, and then it disappeared once I hit R1. Unreal. Well, now we got some guys after us.
Got him over here.
I'm talking about? Supposed to be a level 6, right? Did I say 6? I'm wasting my arrows like this, man. Also, he has stuff on that should make him blow up. Die.
Die, apostate!
He's still alive, are you kidding me? There we go.
Is there
I
fighting up
wasn't
ahead?
that much freaking
No. It's
health.
a mining operation. So long as you're quick, it won't affect you.
Oh good, another secret.
Yeah. Apparently I have enough health potions. I can't believe I wasted that much health by these guys. Bothers me.
That shelter. It's bigger than the others.
Find the tall neck, Aloy. There's no time to poke around.
Sure there is.
There is if I make time.
Always had a poke around.
What is this place?
A distraction.
There are several data points.
It's like a ceremonial armor.
So long as King Itamen languishes at Sunfall, coddled by his mother, he will never learn the true lessons of the sun. I have tried to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things, it is absolute. One day, it nurtures life, and the next, scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity. That is the example a Sun King must follow. The example of your father. But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying his face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see?
Alright, so Helis is the guy who, at the very beginning, attacks the proving competition. Ultimately responsible for killing Aloy's surrogate father, I guess, stepfather, whatever you want to call him.
My lord, the 13th king of the Karja Sundom was
He's
murdered.
the leader of the Eclipse.
Cut down by
far
cowards
as
who
we know.
mistook firm rule for madness. Ever the strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault, as their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end, but it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate. He saw his fate. He looked into the sun, and he did not blink. With me, he sent kestrels, nobles, sun priests, and slaves. Killing all that stood in the way, I carved a path to Sunfall. There, we joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded, until the buried shadow was brought to light.
Alright, so we're getting a little bit of background into, like, the guy who's been the main villain so far. So,
When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, I trembled. Was I not the chosen of the sun? A blazing light of faith to shred and scatter darkness? Was it not my place to destroy this devil? But High Priest Bahavas instructed me in the prophecy, and set right my frame of mind. The murder of the true Sun King broke the cosmic cycle short of completion. The whole world cast into darkness, doomed. To resume and turn the wheel of time would require more than sun and faith. All forces must combine, all halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, night to day. Even a buried shadow wants the wheel to turn, for without a sun in the sky, there can be no shadow. Never does the sun show pity. And yet, when my wife died in birthing, and in dying into the life of my child unborn, I pitied myself. My lord sensed this, but instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor. He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes. Unimaginable. Never again would I doubt that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me. Not for myself, or another.
And one more.
When sleep refuses to come, I think of our wedding night. How you welcomed me to the marital bed. How after, when you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested its fragility. A rage swelled up inside me. I abhorred that bed, how its softness threatened to swallow us up. And that room, the stench of incense, the fine embroidery of the drapes, all of it weak. I slipped from the bed, threw open the casement, and lay naked on the stone floor, determined to spurn all seductions of comfort. But when I woke the next morning, you lay beside me, naked as I in the cold. Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone. I saw you wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing. You did not have to. Already you had shown me beyond doubt that we were meant to be.
Alright, I lied. One more.
Every morning, I wake to the same nightmare. The same reality. Holy Meridian, in the hands of profligates. Debased. The spire, towering above the horizon like a glittering spike through the center of my mind. Every daybreak in exile is a mark of failure, but the count of days runs thin. I will see Meridian retaken, the profligates slaughtered, a true king restored to the Mesa throne. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy.
Alright, so the first time I played this, I had a really hard time figuring out how I'm supposed to get out of here. I thought we can go over the fence, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, you come over to this little tree right here, and triangle. And then we go across.
He's a fanatic, all right. Single-minded.
It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how about finding that tall neck?
It would not have been easy to drag a tall neck down this path. Why bother?
Just find it and get to the top. Destroy the module, and then get out fast as you can.
Sure is a lot of blasting up there. Sounds busy.
Busy enough not to notice you, let's hope.
Yeah, seriously. Get in, get out. Sounds like a great plan.
I see it.
There's the tall neck.
They built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like this. It feels wrong.
Everything here is wrong. Just
Alert. Irregular data flow near. Security may be compromised.
I just interrupted them. I wish I could remember what they said to you. and tell you guys. Alright. Well, they're not supposed to go this way. Go figure. Alright. Let's try the ramp. Here we go.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
Entity has come here. Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are. But this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
Here we go. This is fun, although challenging. Crash the network, alright.
Keep moving or you'll die.
Go, Aloy, go.
Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap? Brave trail.
Just train the this kind of thing. Oh, I'm getting beat up right now. I need a potion.
Almost there. Are you kidding me?
Run, don't fight.
Run, don't fight.
What?
Head left towards the camp.
Left.
Got it.
Camp. Fine.
Almost out of it.
Time for these things.
The whole base is on high alert.
Yeah, I know.
There was like 5 machines,
Keep
and she was
running.
like, this is the easy way.
More eclipse across the ravine.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
See it. Hey Renegade, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for dropping by.
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest, now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. It's unfold. We'll speak again.
You miserable... Damn him.
Alright, so we crashed Eclipse
If
Network.
I could toss this focus and get
completed
rid of
Curse
you
of Darkness.
silence, I would. But we both know I need it.
Got a bunch of XP. Should level up here.
Sunfall it is. And Zero Dawn.
Deep Secrets of the Earth. Level 24. Alright, so Sunfall is the Karja capital. It's about as far from home as Aloy can possibly go. There's just like heavily populated. It's kind of a terrible place to try and explore, as we'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and real quick pause this up. There's a campfire there, but I feel like that's next to where that stalker was earlier. I think I cleared some. Yeah, see, I cleared some good stuff here. Here's where we have to go. I'm tempted to go here. Fast travel there, save my game, and then we'll just stroll on in to Sunfall, I think. Before I do any of that, let's go. Skill points. I need 3 of. I only have 2 of each one, so we'll hold on to them. And yeah, we'll go here. So we've had our second, I think it was our second encounter with Hades. The first one was when we first encountered the Deathbringer. He was there in hologram form. Now we've kind of seen what he really looks like. And, pretty formidable opponent. And I'm ready for battle. Why? Over there. Rockbreaker. See, that's what I was trying to avoid. That's what it is. I'm gonna fight a Rockbreaker right now. Got like very low health. Tramplers, Rockbreaker. Then there's some stuff over there too. Long legs. Lance horns. Okay. I'm gonna try and gather up some health. Actually, this isn't even health, it's fire, isn't it? Yeah, fire kill. Not what I wanted. I definitely want to have health for this next mission though. Area. So yeah, so we're about to learn some things. If you've been following along, or if you haven't, you're interested in some of the backstory, we're about to get an education in this next mission. Which is cool. Like I said, I feel like part of the fun of this game, the appeal of this game to me is the exploration. Like, the fighting machines is great, but that's not really what the game is about. It's about discovery. In particular for Aloy, it's about discovering who she is, why she doesn't have a mother, why she found this woman in a hologram who she thinks may be her mother, but would have to be like hundreds of years old in order to be her mother. It's all about just discovering land. There's Sunfall. You can kind of see it. It's like cut into the cliffs. It's cool. And like I said, we're on the exact opposite side of the map from where Aloy first started. So, the whole idea of being far from home, like both physically and emotionally, is at play. It's cool. I dig it. To me, that's a key component of any game, right? With Red Dead, it's a cowboy game on the surface, right? But it's not. It's so much more than that. It's a story of redemption. In this case, yeah, it's a game about fighting machines, but it's also about self-discovery and kind of forging your own path type thing.
Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this, Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, so you heard it there.
I am faithful.
Learn much from this.
I trust young Itaman's
But also,
wisdom.
he mentioned Forbidden West. So that's the name of the second game that comes out in the next 6 weeks. Horizon Forbidden West. So this is like, the idea here is this area is a wall, a barrier, if you will, to what's over here, which currently doesn't exist. But on February 18th it will. And I'm very excited about that. I'll actually do a manual save real quick. Alright, let's go find some stuff out. Go to the Citadel Courtyard.
Today's spoofed story than we're hearing, right? It's on.
Good. Okay.
We shouldn't be making any
The submarine. Crown Edge.
It's not like us in Meridian.
Sick. Level 25. Yeah. Nuts. Alright. Let's go explore.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Strange
They can call it a ceasefire, but the usurpers are starving us out, plain and simple.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
Is the ceasefire gonna put more food on our tables?
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow Cards are looking for one of their own. Should pay
Not
well.
staying long, I assume.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Itaman, the one true Sun King. The light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside? I'll be waiting.
Kinda busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the
Alright, so I picked up a side quest there while talking to that woman. And ultimately,
they want us to see this.
the way in is right there.
It makes quite an impression.
Reminisce about Meridian. But yesterday.
Look at this.
The balustrade.
It's even broken.
It's a short drop from there.
Alright, let's see if I can run across these without falling to my death. See? I knew that was gonna happen. And now I have no idea how to get around here. That should not be possible. Oh, there we go. There's a handle. Oh, no, I'm going the other way.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Alright, so, yeah, pretty important there. Let me just check one thing real quick. Quest. Yeah, so this says level 21. I feel like I'm leveled up enough. Little misleading there. I have a buddy who was playing this recently, and he was like, once I heard that, I went back and did all the side stuff first, because he thought he had to, like the point of no return thing. I wouldn't worry about that. If you're new to this game, you're playing this game for the first time, don't stress over what he just said about not being able to go back and do side errands afterwards, because you can, at least at this point.
Yesterday's
so,
gone.
Keep that in mind. Here we go. You don't want to be underleveled for this next mission, though. That I will say.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
So Silence has been here before. Wasn't able to get past the door because he's not Aloy.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
So by now,
everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Alright, so here we go. Explore the Project Zero Dawn facility. So, yeah, gonna get some answers here, finally.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
So another incident. This morning's unfortunate incident. Another example of reception's need for additional support. Appreciate Zero Dawn's menacing complicated project with staffs on the front line being neglected. So this is the main room. He said it was an entrance hall. It's almost like a reception area. There's another data point over here. So yeah, more emails from reception to administration. Need translators. Bots aren't working. Oops. Alright, I got a little bit of health here. Into the next room.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Restock or else. The lounge staff. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. So, this is just like a bunch of world building. I don't know why it keeps doing that to me. R3, or why I keep doing that, I guess. Not doing it to me, I'm the one who's doing it. So this is after reception, you come and sit in this little lounge. Soundproofing. Is it possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during their presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. So, obviously something not so good is being done here. Scream or sob.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Viewing room 1.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Alright, so yeah, pretty grim there. You can explain now why they were sobbing and screaming. Alright, tons of data points in here.
Kestrels.
Oh.
They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? 2?
One, two, three? No. I mean, I count 3. Obviously that guy's a problem. Level 18 heavy. Level 10. Level 8. Archer.
Whoa!
I'm gonna die to this guy. No doubt.
Let this darken.
Coming back from this one.
Okay, those 2 guys are dead.
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
What's up with that Firestalker with me? Alright, tons of data points in here. I feel like there's one part where there's like a lot of the same ones, so we'll see. Suzanne Alpert, interview.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring Victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Counselor Guidelines. Let's read. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It's important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicate acceptance. So basically what's happening here is they've moved them from the viewing room where they just found out that life was going to become extinct into, I don't know what you would even call this, like an interview room. Interview rooms, right? They get time with counselors to understand what exactly they just heard, and like you heard, just read there, ask questions about it. So basically, people are trying to process what they just heard. Captain Okilo.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Ron Felder.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
So we're seeing some different reactions from everybody.
Want to discuss?
Oof. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bubble serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them?
Not just people. All organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
One more. That just says supply crate. Wait a minute. There we go.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm? The Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible.
But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Okay. So you can see all kinds of different people that have been given access to the information that we now know. I'm just kind of looking for stuff. You get to see the different kinds of people, the different kinds of reactions those people had to the information. And yeah, now I'm just kind of exploring. I don't know what I'm expecting to find. I feel like I ended up right back where I was. Okay, I want to grab this Firestalker, see if I can take it with me into the next room, just in case.
My turn.
Never actually tried this before, so I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I see it made me drop it. Although
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Okay.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp, if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Alright, so some answers, some more questions. Obviously, Aloy just laid it all out right there. Most importantly, you know, life did end. Or at least we think it ended, right? We think that Zero Dawn was successful, and that's what led to, obviously, the Earth being reborn, animals being recreated. So we still don't know why these machines are resurfacing, getting more difficult to deal with, more bigger, badder, better. We also don't know why Aloy, right? But so that's all pretty cool. For me, the most important thing is I get to keep this Firestalker. Let's see if I can keep it through the next door too. I've never tried this before. She keeps dropping it every time she has to open the door. It's the same button, but looks like it's
Hello.
Here. Let's see. So now we're into processing again. You know. All right, now I need to go to Central Projects. There's more data points in here though, so we'll check them out. Make your selection. Alright, so again, keep in mind, if you're someone who's living this, you've gone through this, you've now found out a bunch of information. So your options are participate, you'll be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise, or indefinite detention, wait out the oncoming onslaught until you expire, or medical euthanasia. So those are the three choices you'd have. Participate in trying to build this, work in this project and build this Gaia. Wait it out. Or go to sleep. It's pretty heavy stuff, as far as I'm concerned. More guidelines for the counselors. Participation needs to be voluntary. Don't coerce. Yada yada yada.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Alright, so that guy there is a former employee of Pharaoh, obviously. Elizabeth knew of him and recruited him. So a lot of these Elizabeth knew personally and is trying to recruit them for their...
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead.
How's it going?
I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Alright, so Ron's not doing so well.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock? You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Alright, so... one of them chose the
This might even the odds.
I choose to keep bringing this Firestalker with me. Can I pick this up while still holding the weapon? Nice. Very nice. Alright. I feel like this is gonna... Just lugging this thing around, waiting for bad guys to show up. There we go.
Come on, then.
Whatever you do...
Well, there we go. Is that it? Okay. See? Carry this stuff around.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just be my focus.
Alright, so look around. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, let's drop this thing for a second. I think I saw some more data points. Oh, no, definitely want that though. Plus there's others. There's like 3 others. Each one of those guys had that same weapon I had. That's kind of weird.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this, and then... nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. The counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Alright, so there you go. He's gonna help, but at the end he wants out. Euthanasia for him as well.
Zero Dawn. He is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Alright, so she's taking the option to help. And Travis.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
I like Travis. He's probably the coolest of the group.
Can't be too prepared.
Sounds like Matthew McConaughey. If they ever make a movie out of this, they should definitely get Matthew McConaughey to play that role. Spare no expense. Alright, so we gotta unlock this door, or find a way to restore the power to the door.
One of these.
Got these
Need to find the
cells.
right configuration.
Probably remember these from before, these little wheels. And then I think there's a way... Do I climb? No. Hold on. I gotta try to remember what's going on here. Oh yeah, this.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out. Hey, I'm
Okay,
done
so
with
everything's
Brett's
backwards.
incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage
So
for a new
it
emitter,
says
not me.
left, but it really should be
Parker
right.
out.
Turn it clockwise. Then it says up, but it should really be down. It says left again, so it should be right. Down should be up, right should be left. That one's good. Unless that's for these. That's only for this side. Right? Yeah, that's what it is. Also, it's upside down, which is weird. Alright, so for this one, let's turn these. I don't think this one's wrong. I think it's that other one. Just gotta do the opposite on each one of these. That one's fine. Wait, maybe not. Yeah, that one's gonna turn too. Should go green?
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Well, that's not gonna work. I'm not gonna check the door just yet. And I remember... Okay, yeah, see, I've gotta get up there. There's a catwalk. See? That's where the emitter is. I just gotta try and remember how to get up there. It's not through there. Maybe it is through there. I thought it was at the back of this room. I'm gonna check. I think it's at the back of this room. Oh yeah, this door works now. Which is silly, because all that does is give me access to storage. But allows me to come up here. Back into the room I was in before. Across the rope. And the supply crate.
I'd have to ditch something.
Where's the emitter? Oh, it's over there. There we go.
Found one. Looks intact.
Alright, now, I come back down here. Hopefully it lets me drop. No. Really? Well, that seems like a mistake. I should be able to drop down from there. Maybe drop down from this side. There we go. Alright. Put the lotion in the basket.
That should do the trick.
Now it's upside down, but also backwards, according to the data point. So this first one, I think it's in the right position, because it's supposed to be down. I think. Well, let's see. That one says to the left, so it should be right. The one that's up should be down. That's a right, so it should be left, and then a down should be up. Left? Maybe not. I'm gonna actually try doing it just like it says. I think the node, just call it a node, whatever that is, that's wrong. Down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down. And down.
That did it.
There we go.
Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
So enter central projects. Now, I kind of want to bring one of these with me again. This one only has 9. This one has 45 for this, so we're going to take with this. No way they'll ever bring this in again. Oh yeah, there we go.
Eclipse.
Bad guys.
They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Where'd Firestalker go? It's behind me. Go figure. Dude, these dudes are legit.
Trouble is upon us.
You see me?
Get down or get shot. Can't steer. Get ready for the shadow sting.
Oh, the Firestalkers. It's on the other side of the door, though.
Elevators non-operating. Stairwells have collapsed.
You can't evade the shadow. Your end has come.
I wish I could see a little better. Oh boy. Man, literally just spamming circle. What's the point? Alright, cool. Now they can't see me. One guy has sticky bombs. God. Have to use this thing.
Here.
Yes! Got him. Alright. Oh, there's more guys coming.
On me!
You know. Way off on that one.
You cannot run from righteousness.
Can I though? Oh, that's kind of intense. Yikes. That's too bad. Alright, I need to avoid the guy with the skull on his head. See ya. Alright, last guy. I do kind of want to avoid him. See if we can get lots behind him.
And make it hurt.
He's stuck over there. I guess it's kind of close. Where though?
Gotcha!
Six shots. Very nice. Oh, more guys.
Repeat.
Or not.
Eyes on me, brother.
That guy has a Deathbringer gun. See him? Oh, there's two guys with Deathbringer guns. Oh my gosh. Problem.
Search. The Shadow commands it.
Get out of there. don't know I'm back in the same spot. It's kind of silly.
Cancel the search. Fear the power of the shadow.
Although I've actually been doing pretty good with slingshots, so I'm tempted to do that. Right in the freaking face.
Room's clear.
Nice.
For a moment, anyway.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Alright. I want to find Gaia too, but first I want to make sure we get loot because there'll be potions like that right there.
Should have brought a cart.
Should have brought a cart. Look at this thing. I doubt we'll need it, but the Firestalker came in handy last time, so. Alright.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Alright, so Hephaestus is making the machines. Aloy's struggling to carry around this Deathbringer gun. She keeps shifting, it's kind of funny. Full steam ahead, I'm actually going to skip that. Alright, so we are walking the path here. Slowly but surely with the Deathbringer gun. We'll take some of that health, because I use a lot. Alright, up. For the fast travel pack.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Elizabeth Sobek's office. Find a way in.
More Eclipse.
Careful now.
Good thing we brought our gun. There they are down there. So this takes a little longer to go around like this with this Deathbringer gun, but it's also safer, so. Stairs, right? Yeah, stairs.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
So obviously Apollo is the most interesting one of the sub-functions we've been introduced to so far because it didn't work. To put it bluntly. Obviously Aloy and all of her people, they have no knowledge. I mean, they know that something existed because of all the ruins and everything around the world, but they have no knowledge of who we were and all of our historical accomplishments and everything. So it's interesting to kind of think about that and think about why would that be. I'm fascinated by Apollo. Apollo update. So it says over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. So yeah, so it's, I mean, project's on track, but somehow still Aloy and her peers have no knowledge of human history prior to, 30, 40 years prior. Like, once the Earth started rebuilding itself. Alright, so we've got to go through these guys. I'm glad I brought this gun.
So suddenly rests upon a room of the Anyone?
that guy's actually got a gun too. Come on, big boy. Just about freaking open. Alright, well mine doesn't have any more ammo. Good thing I can go get his. Which really I won't even probably need it. Let's see if we can snipe this dude.
If you just come out.
Come on, come closer. Over here. There he is.
Along once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Some kind of data point up here.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory.
Hey Lynn, how are you?
A falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Right.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the Void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Alright, so yeah, more information unpacked there. Finally understanding why Hades existed in the first place. Voice complaints. Let's skip anything that's not audio at this point.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge
Alright, Jack,
of this
take care.
program.
Thanks for stopping in again, man.
Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Alright, so obviously they're trying to create humans. While the rest of this project is going on, they're making cradle facilities for Gaia to create humans, I guess. A lot of embryonics and such. So basically that's how they're going to re-inhabit the Earth once Gaia is rebuilt. Cradle sealed. So all of this is just, you know, like I said, has to do with re-inhabiting the Earth after the fact. That aspect of the project. Alright, I need to go up somehow, I forget how. There's stairs over there.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Alright, so yeah, so we tried to go in there once already, after proving, I think it was, and failed. That's what led to Aloy being sent out as a seeker in the first place. Corrupted Alpha registry, so we need to find a way to maybe get that to be not corrupted, and then head into All Mother Mountain again, maybe. I don't know. So we'll see. For now, we're heading into Elizabeth's office. See if we can't find something to help us out.
Looks like it used to hold something.
Us would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Alright, Gaia's experiencing human emotions.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Alright, so that's it. Pry open the door. We made it into the office. Wants me to examine the terminal, but first let's see what this is. Odyssey has failed. Terrible news. Frage Farzina has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo, zygotes and seeds, its alpha build Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is not the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. So basically, they did have a ship at one point. They tried to recolonize another planet, and the ship crashed and burned. So it's all left up to Zero Dawn at this point. Artemis. Not sure how that ties in, so we'll just go to this. Wait, let's check the supply crate first.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Alright, full health potions, and wires, other health potions, good stuff. Alright, here we go. Access to Elizabeth Sobek's computer.
The Alpha
Terminal.
Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah, no signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Hey John, how's it going? Appreciate the like and the lurk. some time to
Eclipse.
watch this.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Not good.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
So, everything we just learned. And now we're in trouble here.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
Hey boss, how's it going?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
You're an idiot. A dangerous idiot. But an idiot. All this talk of destiny and fate. I'm sure Hades speaks the same language, doesn't he? You're being played for a fool. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp
Good,
the
thanks.
point.
Just enjoying
as
some
surely
Horizon
as
Zero
you've
Dawn
been
today.
conquered.
Finished everything I wanted to do on Red Dead on both characters pretty early in the day, so I decided I'd do this too.
Unstoppable force.
Then use Cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
So, here we go. This is insane boss fight. That's all I'm saying.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Okay, corruptors.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many things crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eyes of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die! Let her be the first of thousands!
And no armor or weapons. The deck is stacked, to say the least. See how I do. Pretty low on health too, I think. I mean, I'm at 100% on health. I don't have what I need to regenerate health.
My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it.
Gotta get him to come after me.
Gotta get out of the way. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. That's it. One more pillar and that platform will come down. And the weapons
Get out of here, then. Oh, don't run into corruption. I'm gonna totally die here.
I should try luring the behemoth into the pillars.
Start. Decent start, I guess. Ready for the fastest wardrobe change ever? Actually, just one other I remembered. Okay, so she's got her armor. Should have my weapon.
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
That
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with the slinked attacks. That canister on its belly. Looks important.
I did get it. Now we're back to it.
Freeze canister on its hips. Cryo arrow should set it off.
It's corrupted, so automatically fires the windows. Oh, I died. Oh. Kind of afraid that was going to happen. What should I play? Looks pretty cool. Appreciate you guys playing other games.
Guess who got her weapons back?
Alright, so we need to...
Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Try and grab some potion. Or some health. I have no health.
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks. Freeze canister on its hips. Oh, it should set it off. That canister on its belly. Looks important.
It is important. not how this is supposed to
Silence! Shadows. Kill her! Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
does exist. More than just hologram form. Plot twist. Ravenous on our side.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time, then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
No.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah. This is weird. It's like a machine part is just sitting here. I don't know what that is. Heart of Lenora, so we've ranked up past, well, 25 and beyond, almost to 26 at this point. As far as the story goes, you heard Hearless say it himself. He sent a destruction party, a war party, if you will, to destroy Sacred Lands. And now our mission is to return to... Obviously we want to go to Allmother and get some information, but in order to get there, we're going to have to go back through his crew. So again, we're outside of the far western edge of the world here. We gotta come all the way back over here. I'm gonna fast travel somewhere here, I think. Yeah, because here's the gate. So we go ahead and fast travel. This is closest to the armor. But ultimately, I am going to go ahead and wrap the live stream for today. So I think by now most people have heard, if you haven't already, I'm planning to do a New Year's Eve marathon live stream. I will be doing Red Dead that day. I haven't decided quite yet which character I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go with Blondie, though. But I will be back later this week, maybe with some more Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll probably do at least one more live stream before the big New Year's Eve marathon session. Oh my god, not Strider. Quick save. So hopefully you guys can join me for that. I appreciate you hanging out today. Everyone who's here hanging out in chat, appreciate it, keeping me company. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up right now. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Till the next one, everyone, take care. Bye.